We're following through for you on the charges against the owner of a pet boarding facility in Fountain. Earlier this month, the owner pleaded guilty to an animal cruelty charge after a dog died at the facility earlier this year. He faces a separate charge for 2 other dogs that also died in his care. And I recently learned he's facing a 3rd charge for injuries to both an employee and another dog at his facility.
The actual boarding area is right here.
Daniel O'Sullivan owns Boardmoor Pet Resort off I-25 in Fountain. It's been closed since May when the Colorado Commissioner of Agriculture suspended its license until a hearing next month. A dog named Cheesecake died there in January when the owner reported the dog's death to the state's Pet Animal Care and Facilities Act program known as PACFA. Investigators determined the facility should have sought veterinary care for Cheesecake and failed to do so, resulting in her death. 2 months later, the Humane Society of the Pikes Peak region issued O'Sullivan a misdemeanor animal cruelty summons. What do you say about Cheesecake?
Cheesecake, I felt that we did what we needed to do at that, from what we understood at that point in time, was that the owner had some say in what happened to their dog. I called her. I told her that it needed to go to a vet if you were going to do anything. And she said, no, I'll pick her up in the morning and take her.
That's not what the state says happened.
No, I know that's not what the state says, and that isn't what she says now, but that's what she told me on a phone call that night.
On July 14th, a judge in El Paso County sentenced O'Sullivan to the minimum $500 fine and 12 months of unsupervised probation. He also has to write an apology letter to the dog's owner and complete a 10-hour online course. I first reported about the facility in February when we learned the Gomez family's 2 dogs were attacked and killed by another dog in the facility's care last fall. 2 days after the dogs were killed, the Humane Society of the Pikes Peak region issued a summons to O'Sullivan for unlawful ownership of a dangerous dog, a misdemeanor. That case is set for a plea and sentencing hearing next month. The Gomez family said they would not be happy until the facility was shut down. That's when I reached out to PACFA to find out what could be done. Their spokesperson initially declined to comment, but once the agency shut down the facility, they released its inspection records to me. Those records show the facility has had 6 failed inspections in the last year.
I hope, I don't think it is the case, but I hope he's just a little bit remorseful.
The documents say O'Sullivan admitted a bully breed dog had injured another dog named Baylor about 2 weeks before it killed the Gomez family dogs. Those documents also say during that incident, the bully breed dog also bit and injured one of the employees. 3 weeks later, the Humane Society of the Pikes Peak region issued O'Sullivan another misdemeanor summons for unlawful ownership of a dangerous dog. He will be sentenced on that charge next month.
Okay.
Now the Gomez family is just waiting to find out if the facility's license will be permanently revoked.
I don't think he should ever be allowed to open another facility.
At a court hearing I was at in May, O'Sullivan told the judge he forgot to get a court-ordered evaluation done. O'Sullivan told me it was a mental health evaluation, and the judge gave him until a court hearing on July 14th to complete it. During the hearing, I learned it was an animal cruelty evaluation, which was completed on time. According to Colorado law, this evaluation is done to help the court determine an appropriate sentence. I will continue to stay on top of the case and let you know if the state will allow the owner of Boardmoor Pet Resort to reopen his business. To see our previous stories on Boardmoor Pet Resort, head to our website, KOAA.com.